We are thrilled that you've chosen to join us. Welcome to our friends on Facebook. If you're watching this in a recording, we're glad you carved out a little bit of time because boy, do we ever have a fun packed hour for you. I would be remiss if I didn't say look it. I mean, there's so much on this table in front of me. We are in the middle of my favorite season, fall. Well, kind of, I love summer too, but fall and all things National School Lunch Week and Farm to School Month. So it was so much to share with you this hour, but we packed it in. And so without further ado, the three things we're going to accomplish today, if we go to the next slide, are talking a little bit about something that has been big on my mind all year long, starting at the beginning of last year when we did our clean label kind of review webinar at the first of the meeting order here in 2025. We are giving you something that I think is going to be inspirational and informational to help your job easier in finding ways to clean label your menu. So the Wholesome Made Simple segment. Then, of course, this is a show all about inspiring menus. And boy, I'm going to stop there. You will be inspired. And then because of our love for all of you and what you do, we want to spend some time, the rising tide lifts all boats. We know this. It takes a village, and we are glad you are a part of our village. And what our village does best is share ideas and caught doing something awesome, like the most awesome. We have that for you to wrap up this show to celebrate National School Lunch Week and your inspired menus. So without further ado, we're going to start with a dear new friend of mine. Angie Check is the nutrition project coordinator for a company called Green Onion. And for those of you who know me, I'm a kind of a nerd. So I met the idea and concept of what Green Onion at a training seminar in West Virginia with my friend Krista Rico and Katie Wilson and the Urban School Alliance and their team up procurement training. And so all that being said, what it does is really inspires me as folks are asking us to how do I think about clean label approaches to my menu? How do I even search and find options for alternatives? Those are all questions I've been hearing from all of you, and we wanted to really shed light on a really simple tool that I know you're going to love. So I'm going to hand it over to Angie. I hope that was a good enough introduction, not to mention the fact she is a menu writer. She used to work in school, so she is one of us. So when it takes a village, again, I am glad Angie is part of ours. Welcome, Angie Check.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Once you leave the K-12 or, leave schools, you just don't ever leave the K-12 space. So happy to be here still working with school districts. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I think you have to enable it though, if that's okay, so I can share my presentation. But I'll just start by giving a little bit of a background on who we are. So I work for the Lifetime Foundation, which is the nonprofit arm of Lifetime Inc. If you've seen the clubs and the gyms, we're in the nonprofit arm of those gyms. And we have three different pillars, healthy people, healthy planet, and a healthy way of life. And I work primarily in the healthy youth nutrition pillar. So I'm going to go ahead and just share this so I can show my presentation here. That's not what I want to do. Okay. Start from the beginning. So here we are in our three pillars. And at the foundation, we really believe that every child deserves the opportunity to thrive physically, mentally, and environmentally. In today's reality, nearly 70% of a child's diet comes from ultra-processed foods, 70%. And our mission at the Lifetime Foundation is really to help change that framework and help kids have access to whole and minimally processed foods. So I'm excited to share with you two free resources to help you all do that. So the first one I'm going to share about is the ingredient guide for better school food purchasing. And this guide is a science-based tool for school food leaders and manufacturers that really helps to define what we don't want in our school food. Oftentimes, schools have varying definitions of what, clean label means. And this guide was created by school food service leaders for school food service leaders, and in collaboration with with CSPI, Center for Science in the Public Interest. This guide actually started back in 2012 by the Midwest Regional Learning Lab and then transferred to School Food Focus and is now managed by a collective of school districts, nonprofits, and again, CSPI. It's not owned by anyone, but really, again, it's that collective. This is kind of the meat and the potatoes of the guide. It really highlights an unwanted list. An unwanted list meaning we don't want any of this food in our, or sorry, any of these ingredients in our school food. They're not accepted on any level and really should be eliminated over time. These ingredients on this list can have varying health concerns such as, risks for cancers, neurobehaviors, and gut disruptors. So on the unwanted list, we say no in K-12. And then we go over to the watch list. The watch list are ingredients that have the potential to be overused. So these ingredients can be a red flag since they're frequently overused, they're common in foods of lower nutritional quality, and tend to just indicate a highly processed food. So they're encouraged to watch out for, to limit. We don't say these are bad, because a lot of the foods in our supply system need some sodium, need some sugars, but really just watch the consumption of it. Watch how much, these ingredients are in the foods that you serve. Um, and then things like just more transparency. So, we have number 4 on the watch list, natural flavors. We just want manufacturers to be more transparent about what those natural flavors are. So, a little bit just about the foundation. When we started the foundation, we helped districts one by one look at their ingredient lists, and we would look for those ingredients of concern one by one. And we had the goal, of reaching every school district in the country because in about 10 years, we really were only able to support about 35 schools. And we just really wanted to make this bigger and help more school districts. So, we took the ingredient guide and we took the guide a step farther. We know that time is really limited in your day, and some of the districts don't have time and resources to go through every single one of your products. This could be hundreds of products for some of you. So the Lifetime Foundation created Green Onion, and it's a tool that will automatically analyze your products for those ingredients of concern in the ingredient guide that we discussed earlier. It is a free software tool. Both of these are free. As a nonprofit organization, we want to make all of this accessible because we just really want to help make change. Um, Purchasing cooperatives, manufacturers, state agencies can also have accounts in Green Onion. And how it works is your products are uploaded from a list, like maybe a velocity report with a GTN number. It's uploaded to the system and then it automatically does the analysis. So really, there's no heavy lift on your end. We try to make it, as not cumbersome as possible. And it's going to automatically identify for those unwanted and watch ingredients, allergens. It's going to give you better product alternatives, track your progress. And we do connect to One World Sync, the GDSN, so that the product information is always up to date, coming directly from the manufacturers. And now I'm going to give you a quick demo of this system. All right, so this is our dashboard, and this is what you would see after you uploaded that product list. You would see reports based on how your products are analyzed. So we use a stoplight approach. So red are ingredient or products that have ingredients of concerns, unwanted ingredients. Yellow have watch ingredients, and green is products that have ingredients free of ingredients of concern. Down here a ways, we categorize them based on the ingredients I'm concerned. So in our entire database, this is showing every single product. We have just under 10,000 K-12 products in here right now, and it's growing all the time. But here we have about 882 products with artificial colors, and then you can see down here all the other ones. So if there's something that you want to work on, I'm not sure, Maureen, if this group covers a variety of states, but certain states have, different bills happening. Maybe, one of them is artificial colors, and once you want that to be one of your priorities, you can click this bar, and it actually all these reports are click through. So then it'll give you a list of every single product that you have that has artificial colors on it. Um, and then just lots of other great reports and visuals on this dashboard I mentioned down here. It'll track your progress on how you're doing. So, hopefully we'd like to see, in September you started, with your red bar graph here. We'd like to see it, way down here. Anyways, so you can track your progress that way. And then I'll show you how your products look. This is the Manage My Products. I'm just going to go to one of the districts that we work with. So this is the analysis on each individual product. And we highlight the rows based on that ingredient of concern. So red has an unwanted ingredient, yellow has a watch ingredient, and then the gray is free of any ingredients of concern. Right here by the ingredients, if I would click this, I can see exactly what's causing it to be an unwanted product. So this artificial flavor here, let's see here on this added sugar is on the watch list. So you can really see where the problem is, essentially. And what's really great is manufacturers, when they publish their information to us, they also have the ability to have an account, so they can see this too. So we're making changes on both ends. If a green box is lit up, it means an alternative was selected for that product. So for this, actually going to go up. For this raspberry slush, an alternative was selected. So this one has that artificial flavor. Here's a better alternative, the strawberry sidekick mango, likely only has some added sugar. So not only is Green Onion going to analyze your products, but we're going to give you better alternatives also. I'm going to show you two reports that I think might be helpful for you. The first one is called, it's this products by category, and what I actually really want to call it is more like a shopping area or something. When I was working at the district, I was in charge of our
If you will.
what's that?
Your own storefront.
Yeah, really. When I was working at a school district, in charge of our breakfast program, and I would, put into Google, I would put in K-12 approved, clean labeled breakfast items, and I wouldn't get anything. So it's a space where you can go to find things that maybe you don't know that's out there. Maybe you don't go to all the ANC shows and are able to see all the new products. You can come here and you can say, I need a grain item and I want it to be a breakfast grain and I want it to have either watch or free of IOC. And you can get a full list of every single product in our database that meets that. You can also go as farther and you can just type in what you want. You can say, I need a bagel and I want it to, meet those specifications. And it'll give you, I guess we don't have bagels that meet that, but so it'll give you any of that that
You
you're,
can find one.
yeah,
We'll create bagels. No, I'm
yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
I love this. I love what you're showing. And I guess what I will say, Angie has been willing to meet and talk. So one of the reasons we brought her on today to kick off the show is because our goal is to really make it easier for you to use this system and use its opportunity to explore your own personal goals, right? So some schools have already come to us and started going dye-free. We work in West Virginia, that's a law there. So I don't have a crystal ball, but some of this stuff might be coming down the road here for us. So I think being proactive instead of reactive is all about empowering you, not to food shame, not to guilt you into anything you don't want to do, but just to open your eyes to the fact that if you have some goals, baby steps. One of my favorite conversations recently was with Jessica Shelley from Cincinnati Public Schools. And she said, Marina, it has taken us 10 years to really dive deep into this process. So don't think it's a change overnight thing. Just think it's a way for a partner to help support you and make your search easier, whatever that search may be. And anything else? I know we have such a packed show. I'd love to give you the full hour, but this introduction is really just meant to get you the tip of the iceberg. All of Angie's links will be in our follow-up news email that comes out after this as well. I just really appreciate your time today, Angie, and all that you do to support continuing to move positive information about the whole foods we can serve in schools. So we appreciate your time today.
Yeah, and if you're gonna send it out, otherwise I can throw our links in the chat and my email address. And if you want to set up an account, you can just go to the site, register, and then email me and send me your product list, and we can get you started.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Put anything you want in the chat, and
I
then we
will.
follow up. So we'll double up.
Thank you.
Looking at this lovely stuff in front of me that I need to. I'm itching. I have friends abroad, and I know that we were able to zoom in. But I have some friends with me in studio today, and I want to welcome them up. Hi, Desert Greens, come on up. So for those of you who know, we are in studio with I feel like friends of a friend. So
Yes.
Betsy and Seth. Many of you have seen our work with Dogos, with Megan from Dogos. And one of the things that I am so thrilled to have met you at the Department of Education and Workforce SNA conference is what we like to say, making the cafeteria an extension of the classroom. So we love everything Harvest of the Month Episodic Partners. And one of the things that I will say that we really want to do is highlight the next level innovation in my mind, and you guys bring it. So without that, further ado, talk to us a little bit about your products.
Yeah, so microgreens, for those of you who don't know what they are, because some people think they are just a garnish on a plate at a restaurant. Microgreens are the young seedlings of vegetables and herbs that are grown until they get their first set of true leaves. So we can grow our microgreens anywhere from 7 to 10 days old, and then we harvest them around that age. That's where they have their most beneficial, dense nutritional value is at that stage of their growing period. One of our taglines with our company is microgreens for the masses, which means we want everyone to be able to enjoy microgreens because they are so healthy, nutritious, they pack flavor, punch, color to any meal. So we want to be able to share that with everyone, and not just everyone, but kids especially.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Super excited. So Seth, tell me a little bit about what you have in front of us, because a couple of things Seth's shared is the shelf life, which all of us know, like, you know, we want to get stuff in, we want to use it in a multiple different ways, but we don't want it to waste, right? We're cost forward thinking group. We love garnish, we love things growing. I mean, this just looks beautiful.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks very inviting. I want to, and you can eat it. Like I just said,
and as a Scotsman, you know, that value part is like a huge part of our culture, right? So we started growing these out in Utah. We were kind of caught in the back foot when COVID hit. And we needed to have greens that we could grow because outside at 6,500 feet, the sun was scorching everything we were trying to grow leafy green wise. And I didn't really grow up eating salads being west of Scotland, right? We were kind of like, oh hi, we love fried food. Bess, on the other hand, is like a daily salad eater. And so I still like lettuce. It's nothing to it, it's no taste. I just love flavour. And so getting online, I attended YouTube University and taught myself how to grow all these, and then in turn taught Betsy. And our peas here, which is one of our like flagship products, and I just adore them. And they have that fresh, like straight off the vine, still in the shell kind of flavour. And when we'd grown them, and it was like week 3 of being in the fridge, and I went to, I should probably chuck these out, and I opened it. These look exactly the same. We had just done a little plastic tote. I tried them, they've still got a crunch, they've still got all the flavour. And I was like, what is going on? So I jump online and I start looking at what other ones are like this. And so like our sunflowers are the same way, they take 10 days to grow. They are going to last about a month in the fridge. And they still hold on to that, a lot of nutrition. And so even when they get to that stage where, as we say in Scotland, peely wally, when you're a bit like me, very pale and not feeling the best, the greens are ready to get like either beet composters or feed to the chickens. Or what we do is we put them in smoothies.
Okay.
Or I'll blend them down into ice cube kind of trays, and I'll store them in the freezer, and I'll add them to chilies, soups, smoothies themselves. Most recently, what I've been loving doing is making like breakfast quiches potatoes. And so I'll just chop up all the greens. These will grow a bit taller than this, but I'll chop them up finer, and then I'll just take, cream, milk, cheese, breakfast sausage and eggs. Betsy has chickens, which in turn eat the microgreens. And then also, I love to cook, and doing that, you just chop it all in. So when we started looking at coming to the school meal programs, I was like, well, how could this benefit, right? Rather than just putting this straight out in front of people, I'm like, what is it? Is it grass? And I was like, well, it doesn't taste like grass, and there's a lot more nutrition to it. It's like, what could we do? So when you look at peas, that for the USDA requirements, that for your schools would be your peas, beans, and legumes category, I believe. The broccoli over here, that counts as your dark vegetables. Our sunflowers would either be dark vegetables or other. And we also do a purple ramble radish, which has a bit of a kick to it, and a bit of spice. And that would also be under the other vegetables, I believe. And so our kind of thing is like, we don't have to have these like out in front, like, oh, look at these microgreens. We should still talk about it because it is so important. But at the same time, like, we can just sneak them into the meals you already have without like changing a lot, because the microgreens are so dense in nutrition per USDA requirements. Like a half cup is, I believe is what the portion control is what they're saying is. And so when you look at that for the greens, like, yeah, we can get that in so many foods. Anytime we would have lettuce or spinach, we put in microgreens. So any burgers, tacos, we even put it on the very end of things. It's just been wonderful. It's really, we are not the healthiest of eaters. We are not like super clean eaters, but it brings some balance to it,
Yeah.
right? It's like
And
it's
flavor.
the flavor. It's the
Yeah.
flavor. Yes.
Yeah.
Salt in schools, we gotta add something, and
Yes.
and this is such a cool, creative harvest of the month, harvest of
Yeah.
the year award, because you
Yeah.
can grow this and get this. So we're gonna drop information in about how to meet your company.
Beautiful.
Yes, they're gorgeous. I was munching on them earlier. I don't have any in my teeth that
Yes.
I'm talking about, but they're delicious, and they really do pack a powerful flavor punch. Betsy and Seth, it's so nice to have you as new friends to Pasonic. We will give information to you, and now we're coming up with our ideas, and I'm gonna be thinking automatically, what could we add this to and swap it out? So
Absolutely.
we will send out your contact information. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank
Cheers.
you. All right. So High Desert Greens, you guys see it here first. Please take a look at this product. I think it will be great. And I'm welcoming my Healthy Pro Diva. There's some things that connect those two talks we just talked with Angie and with our menus and obviously this. So I'm going to hand it over to Marge and give you some highlights for those of you who follow along with us in Pasonic land and Healthy
Yes.
Pro.
So I wanted to give you a few tips as we have been talking about looking at our ingredients, what is in those ingredients or the products that we use. You may not be aware, but I love that Healthy Pro just launched a new feature that I've already used many times as we've had these discussions. So I wanted to give you some tips if you want to maybe look at your items, your ingredients on your menus, if you have Healthy Pro, how you can, maybe you're looking for those food dyes. Well, what of my products even have food dyes in it? You can easily go into Healthy Pro, into your ingredients, and you'll see the clip there. If you filter that by my ingredients, it will pull up all of the ingredients that are on your menus. And then you get under the display, you can go to label ingredients. And then there's a search. So in this example, I just put 40 for red 40. I want to know how many of my products in our database have red 40 in them. And it pulls up all of those items. And you can see we have 42 products that have red 40 in them. I've also actually used this for kids who, as I manage allergies, we have kids who have restrictions, not just to those top 9 allergens, but I recently had someone who had to stay away from gelatin. I just typed gelatin in there, quickly brought up all of those ingredients that have gelatin in it. Or if you have, whatever it might be, the ingredient you're looking for, this makes it so much easier than what I envisioned having to sit down and scroll through a lot of ingredient labels. So if you ever need help doing this, certainly feel free to reach out. But I love this tool in Healthy Pro.
Awesome. Thanks for the tip.
Yes.
The pro tech tip. Look for those tech tips also in our What's Up Wednesday newsletters that come out every Wednesday, because Marge is kind of the connoisseur of those tips and loves to share them. So what else you got for us, Marge?
So of course we have to do menu inspiration this month. And this is fun to do when it's harvest of the month, of course. And so coming up in November, you think about sweet potatoes. And we have a lot of recipes. I picked 3 here just for an idea. Kind of going pretty easy, kind of moderate and more advanced. So we have recipes to meet you where you're at as you want to feature maybe next month, the sweet potato for harvest of the month, but really looking forward, not just during harvest of the month, but throughout the year. Again, we have recipes for each of those harvest of the month items that we're always happy to share. I just have a few here. Reach out with our support ticket system and we can always share those with you. I think the other months.
So being Farm to School Month, I think these next slides, we've hit them all. So, you can be inspired not only for this one month, October, celebrating all things Farm to School. Recipes exist, themes exist. the obvious growth of different things in our region exists year round, and we really encourage you to take a look at it, maybe proactively, and pick something, maybe once a month. To
Sure.
feature and use and tag these recipes, easy ways to win, when getting this kind of as a focus. Nice community bells and whistles, celebrating and doing things like Apple Crunch, we'll talk a little bit about that later, is awesome. But don't lose the momentum, because I think your kids will really reap the benefits, and your communities will really know all the hard work you do. So make sure you tell the story, tell the menu story.
Right.
Yep.
And produce doesn't have to be hard. Like, to me, the simplest recipes are the best ones that actually feature the ingredient. Of course, want to remind you that Feed Our Future also has recipes that we've helped support in writing those recipes available online. So you can go to Feed Our Future. We'll put that link in the chat for their recipes, but also they have fun activity sheets already created so that you don't have to do extra work in doing
Yeah.
that.
All the bells and whistles.
Yes.
I like it.
Also, don't forget about, again, Healthy Meal Planner Pro, that banner across the top when you log in. I don't know if anybody took any inspiration from some of their recipes they had featured up there for National School Lunch Week. All you had to do is type in passport in the search, and it brought up some ideas for some global inspired recipes. I know now they have a banner across the top that says November 4th is Sandwich Day. That'd be a great day to try a new sandwich concept. Maybe peruse through some of those recipes. So people always say, I want new recipes ideas. We're throwing out a lot of resources for you to get those recipes for you.
Awesome. What do we got next?
We're here. We're here.
Reach
Reach out to us. That support@ppllc.info is our best way to get a hold of us, and we'll respond with any recipe you want, or of course menu changes. Keep those menus up to date with any changes that you have, and we're happy to help support do that.
Yes. Well, when you said National Sandwich Day, I almost thought you were gonna say National Sandridge Day. Which got me excited, because I am here again. I'm gonna tease him the way I always tease me. Come on up here.
Yeah,
Come on up here. We are transitioning into, I always call him a brother from another mother, but hi friends. Beautiful place here. Thank you again for welcoming my team. This is a surprise, so maybe it's National School Lunch Week. You're here to say congratulations to everybody.
Congratulations to all the schools out there and what you guys do every single day. It is a momentous occasion that we get to have her in our studio again and just help you guys with everything that you're trying to do and feed those lovely children
I
and
appreciate
my
it.
grandkids.
Yes, I appreciate it. So as Keith's setting up, I have to tell you a fun story. You didn't get to come to the Innovation Academy this year, but we were there, and your team was there representing, working hard. My daughter, who was 12, seventh grader, pulled me in through the show over to taste the meatloaf. And said, Mom, you gotta try this. You gotta get this for me. And that says something, right? When a 12-year-old seventh grader, meatloaf, Mom, I want it.
Say something about your meatloaf?
Maybe I should buy yours. I don't know. But what I do know is that this is a quality relationship that we continue to just appreciate. You're welcoming us into this brand new, beautiful facility you're growing out there, but also always using this collaboration. We love the mystery chef. We love the microsite. We're going to be talking about that a little bit. I think I'm talking too much. So I'm going to let this guy go. All right.
Thank you all.
All right. You
All
go.
right. Hey. Anything you want to say?
No, I mean, I'm just, what do you say after Mike?
I know, it's a back to follow. So, everyone, thank you so much. And we're going to talk first about, before we get into the recipe part, we actually have a couple new items that we wanted to highlight. So I'm going to actually go ahead and do that first. Give me 1 second to put this out here. So we have 3 brand new soups, and probably
It's
attest
soup
to how
almost
good it
Quite a
smells,
way.
right?
It's almost season. We're ready.
All right, so I'm gonna switch over here, but before we do, I wanted to show you first all of our soups and see if you can flip back up to the regular camera first. Yep, just to remind everybody, all of our soups do come in these 2 1-gallon bags. They're listed in the system as 8-pounders, so each bag is just over a gallon of soup. So this is how they come, ready to go, boil in a bag. fresh, always refrigerated. So go ahead and see if you want to switch back over. So the first one that we're going to be talking about is one of our brand new reduced sodium soups. Okay, so I wanted to ask Xavier to put the camera overhead just so you can see this. This is actually made with a really nice egg noodle and actually a bone broth as well too. So you can kind of smell that. I'll tell you how good that is. Yeah. So just starting this through here, you can see nice hearty chicken in this. It's just a really, really nice product. Okay. So that is the first one. So this is listed as our chicken noodle soup.
And bone broth, I love it. So the flavor is there and you're able to get kids loving it without all the sodium. And we talked about that.
Absolutely.
Earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
And now this is again another low sodium soup. This is our new broccoli soup. So this is there is cheese in this, but I will tell you this, this is one item that I actually like better than our original broccoli.
Oh, wow.
It is fantastic, just a really nice flavor to it. And again, fresh, ready to go, just like this. So it is listed in the system as the creamy broccoli soup, and all of these are under the Brickman's label, okay?
Love it. So that could be part of a pick two program I'm envisioning. I even love that for like topper on a spud.
Absolutely,
Oh,
yes. Not only a
great.
spud, also casseroles too. So with the brown rice or quinoa, those are very easy to do.
Love it.
Now, I will tell you this one here. So first and foremost, those first two do have under 500 milligrams of sodium. Those first two there. This one is our new cauliflower soup. With this, it's funny that you mentioned a potato topper because that is one of the recipes that we have on the microsite with this. So turning this actually to a cauliflower sauce. And putting it over top of either mashed potatoes or baked potatoes and
Yum.
things like that as well too. So this is our cauliflower soup, as you can see here. It's got the carrots and everything all through this. It's just a very, very nice product. And I personally do not like cauliflower, but I would drink this by the glass.
Oh,
Yes.
so you have kiddos that aren't cauliflower
I will
eaters.
tell you.
Give them a different version and maybe see where they go.
Absolutely.
I
So
love this.
those are the three flavors, again, all under Brickman's. Now, I wanted to show our new salad that we have as well. I'm gonna pull this over. This is one of our salads here that comes in a pouch like this. This is our lemon Dijon and hearty grain salad. So I'm gonna actually cut this open so you can see this. So inside of this is farro, barley, brown rice, a lemon vinaigrette, and feta cheese.
Ooh.
So this is really nice. Snip that off and just to show you how easy everything is.
So as you're updating your salad bars for the season and you're looking for some kind of wow factor to keep maybe your staff coming in, the teachers celebrating. Also, in my mind, teaching kids about what farro is, that many kids don't have exposure to that. So make it a teachable moment where you have this on a salad bar. Maybe sprinkle some microgreens on top of it for a little punch. And teach kids about the benefits of having, first of all, a tri-day. It's something they might not know.
Absolutely.
Ancient grains are full of great nutrition that is a best kept secret. And when it's mixed in a flavor like this, I can so see a good tri-day with this.
Sure.
Older kids might like it better than younger kids because we know younger kids don't like things touching, but boy, do I ever like this opportunity to really expose.
coming in for
Oh,
this.
come on in, come on
Come in,
in.
Mike.
He's my soul brother. We've got a opportunity to show you a little demonstration. I like a good color pop, specifically if you're garnishing little Friday things. This is a lovely
What is this here, guys?
Peas.
piece. Oh, look at that. All right. Voila.
All right. So that is that item there. Again, lemon Dijon, and that is also under the Brickman's label, okay?
Love it.
So go ahead and set that to the side. All right, so now, we've already talked about this a little bit, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and make this. So first, just to talk about it, what we did this at the show there and everybody really liked it. It was kind of like watching a wildfire happen because once one person tried it, then everybody kept coming back and coming back. So first, I want to talk about how our meatloaf comes. So this is our sous vide meatloaf, and it comes in again fresh, refrigerated, ready to go, and it comes in 6 2.35 pound loaves. Okay, so this is 2 pounds of meat, and the 0.35 pounds is the sauce that's in there. Now, sometimes you'll see this because I hate to ruin the surprise. It tastes like meatloaf, right? It's not like any kind of weird flavor to this or anything,
No.
but you will have a little bit of fat caps into that sometimes too. So if you go to do this, you might see one of those in there and feel it. It's a little bit hard, but that will just cook down. So with this, you can actually drop this into boiling water in the pouch. You can throw it into steamer. You guys want to slice it cold. You can do that as well too. So slice it cold and then lay it out on the trays and bake it as well too. So this is how they come. Again, 2.35 pounders,
And
okay?
I love that it does look natural, so like that doesn't
Yeah.
scare me, like
Well-
it looks like a meatloaf, it smells like a meatloaf.
Yeah, for sure.
It tastes better than my meatloaf according to my.
So I heard. I don't want to say your daughter told me, but she did mention something, yes. Xavier.
The best at everything, you know?
Yeah, that's right. So before I do anything, you can zip down over the top there and you guys can see. So that is, to Maureen's point, that does actually look like meatloaf on there. So what we're gonna do here, and excuse me for one
Yeah.
second, yep. So this is really, really simple and easy to do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this first. Get my pencils ready here, and we are gonna take some bacon on this. Of course, you guys can use turkey bacon if you want, or any kind of thing you wanna do. So you're actually gonna take this and then wrap this around.
This is like a leveled up meatloaf, boy, am I ever excited to look at how this turns out.
Now, if you, yes, for sure. Well, if you want to do this as the cold sandwiches, you absolutely can as well too. So if you were going to do this as a cold sandwich, there's multiple different ways to do that. You can actually slice this cold first and then, cook the bacon or dice it up if you like, and then put them over top of the slices. Up over top of the slice of the meat.
I love this, so as you're finishing the bacon, I will say, many of you ask us, hey, we want to get our staff more involved in lunch program with us. So obviously, I think, I know what you all are thinking, hey, we wouldn't wrap bacon and add extra stuff to a meatloaf. You don't have to for the kids, but boy, if you wanted to really get that smell going in your cafeteria, maybe cater a lunch for teachers, or you're asked to cater a professional development day, talk about the leveled up experience of having something that is that home touch, that comfort classic for the winter months. And that's what inspired us to talk about this today, I think, in my mind. But go ahead, you're gonna add more good stuff to it. so.
Absolutely, yeah, and also remember too, again, if I were to be doing this possibly in a large capacity, slicing this cold, and then having the bacon diced up and then sprinkling it over top. But before we get that far, this is some sugar-free, barbecue sauce. So once you get it to this point, obviously you can use a brush if you want, but for today's sake, we're just using a spoon.
Make it easy, it's all
Lather
good.
this all up. Now, at this point, what you would do is throw this into the oven. And before it would come, right before it was done, you'd actually pull it out. And again, remember, if you were doing this as cold slices first, if you wanted to slice it, I should say, you could do this. So again, picture this slice, the meatloaf slice, put the cheese over top and then the bacon. So when it's just about done, you pull it out just like this. Put a little dab of that down. And then
Through the magic of
through the
TV.
magic of television here, I'm gonna turn around me behind me here. And I'm gonna put this in and I'm gonna pull one of these.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
Beautiful.
That
so,
smells so good.
yeah, I'm gonna pull that up a little bit there. See, so once that comes out, you should have something that looks kind of just like that. And again, if you're gonna do this in the slices form again, it's gonna look just as nice, very nice looking, and you can put this out any way you want. I think the kids really loved it when we did everything, the show. I mean, your
Yeah.
kids loved it, right?
And here's the thing, I wish you all could smell this. It is, talk about a warm and inviting cafeteria. We talk about baking cookies, like our dough cookies and all that fun stuff, and the smell of bringing people in. This smells like you're home for the weekend, like a nice fall weekend smell of just cooking together, being together. I will say, I didn't even think of the sandwich idea, which is an awesome idea. I love this idea for those of you who are big in the mashed potato bowls, and you switch the mashed potato bowl out, like maybe turkey for harvest. Maybe sometimes you do other variations, spicy, or you do taco meat on your. This would be awesome in like a mashed potato bowl concept.
Absolutely.
Many of our kids like those bowl and go kind of ideas, and I love if you sliced it up and had that as what goes on top of the mashed potato.
Sure thing. And also,
Yeah.
don't forget as well, too. So we showed this with the bacon and everything else on this, but to your point, the mashed potatoes in the meatloaf plain with the cauliflower over top of that whole mixture there. It's also, again, a great way to use all those items.
I love it. I love this. I love all of the ideas to warm up your winter menus. But I would be remiss if I didn't say, people are doing cool stuff. We're ready to share it. I'm like itching to share all of the cool stuff. So I'm gonna bring up Elena
Yeah.
as you clear up. Hopefully this has inspired some of your transition thoughts for your menu. We are certainly super excited to put soups on your menu. Many of you say that it's hard to be able to get that done in a production. But we know you guys are good. There are some things going on for National School Lunch Week. and celebrations, as well as all of the things that we've seen with Apple Crunch. Elena, for those of you who don't know, is one of our baby Pasonic, but she has been doing some really cool things. So we're going to talk a little bit about all things celebrating National School Lunch Week. Again, it takes a village. Steal this idea. These recipes are all built for sharing, right? We're not competitive restaurants, so if you're tuned out, tune back in. This is a really good way to launch some menu creativity. Go for
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. So Copley Middle School is one of the schools that's elevating their My School menus. So looking at it visually, the parents, the staff, the students are able to see what's going on for the week. And they just put some really, really fun verbiage. So, starting out in Italy and having lasagna rolls and then traveling all the way back into Mexico, France, and then back at the US passport station with, of course, an American cheeseburger. So really, really unique there.
Love this.
And next up is Fairview City, Park City Schools. They're doing creative concepts as well. And we really, really love to see kind of the uniqueness with this. So they did a bangers and mash, which is a British cuisine. I think it's also a comfort food in Ireland, I believe.
We're getting thumbs up over there from our
Okay,
friend.
okay. And then it just travels all the way into, Argentinian flair, which is really unique. And then also final stop in Cuba. So really cool, Fairview. And then Lake Elsinore, they are incorporating the passports, which is, again, just a really unique thing to the concept and to the theme this year. So each student is having a passport, and they're getting stamped in each country that they're eating that cuisine at. So really cool.
Speaking of inspiration, Lake Elsinore is one of our California Pasonic partners. So we love our partners outside of Ohio, as well as inside of Ohio, and you guys all rock. Our inside of Ohio, I'm going to steal this one.
Yeah,
because
go
this
ahead.
is near and dear
This
to
is
me.
very cool.
So I am so happy that my, the meatloaf connoisseur that I have is a 12-year-old at Brexville Broadview Heights, and she is thrilled that Amy Voigt has decided to do a local takeover day tomorrow, and she is taking over every bit of her lunch tray and elevating how she is sourcing not only what we often see as produce and extra sides, the actual center of the plate beef patty from a local cow. We cannot thank Amy enough as parents, but also as a community of people that share good content. I know this, I'm saying this without even asking her. If you have questions on how she sourced all of these things from the farms, give her a call. Again, we are all about sharing good information in ways. If this is on your goal radar for next year's National Lunch Program or Harvest of Love, whatever, or anyway, let us help you connect the dots, because there are some great people right here in our backyard that do great things, and I'm excited to hear the review from Miss Ann, Miss Addison. I was almost said Hannah, my other one. So without further ado, many of you might wonder, why does she have wings on? I don't know if you looked. I'm an angel, I said, no, I'm not an angel. I am I'm the stewardess to this beautiful captain, and I am beyond thrilled to connect the dots here. So many of you hear us talk about Jess Stone and the wonderful things she does. She's very humble, but she plays a good character. I just can't get enough of this theme week that you've done and put together. I'm going to step aside because I think you guys know my love for the work and the passion she does. We want to inspire you to think. This is the dynamic duo at Woodridge, right?
I think so, yeah.
So Gina Hastings is not only a Pasonic partner, she actually directs the program at Woodridge. And so one of the things I love about this is when folks say, oh my gosh, I have this great idea, but I can never convince people to let me do it. Talk about your ideas. What did you do this week? How did you have that conversation to make this week so special?
Well, we started a few weeks ago, actually about a month ago.
Yeah, we knew it was
We
coming.
knew it was coming. We got real excited. We started making a menu.
We love the theme. Perfect theme. What a
Perfect
better
theme.
theme for us.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, from a director's standpoint, let them go. Jess has got an amazing mind, and what she thinks, I will never stifle. I don't think I've ever told her no. I don't think. It's a possibility. I might have redirected her another direction, but she is, and as a director, if you're looking and you do have a person like Jess that's willing to go above and beyond, let them do it. Here it may cost a little bit more money once in a while, but the participation and the excitement that you get from those students coming in, it's definitely worth it, and it increases your participation and the money does go up. So from a financial standpoint, it's a great thing to have too.
You are the numbers queen. So this is the
Numbers
yin and the yang. Creative, let me loose. what are the realistic and budget, but it's all possible. That's what makes me so proud of your unique relationship. So you got passports. I was there with Jess, high five, hit your 300 mark.
That's
So
right.
she was waiting for a goal. That was our apple
That was
crunch, which was
amazing.
amazing.
That was my favorite day. That's always my favorite day.
Oh my gosh, so Jess was in costume. If you haven't followed our social medias, please, I mean, come on,
Yes.
this is the flight attendant stewardess relationship. She does this all the time. You dress in theme, you get your staff excited about that. I just love that. So talk a little bit about what was today, because this is the middle of National School Lunch Week and she's here with us. So thank you for that. You were dressed as what today?
So I was a captain, I was the pilot. So we flew to Vietnam, had a little bit of pho, and then and then we flew back, and now I'm here. But yeah, my team is incredible, and they had the best time. They are always going on with costumes and anything that we talk about. We work on it together, and it's just so fun. And our menu, we just created it basically of stuff that we already had on the menu, but we just kind of amped it up.
So talk to me about this. Let's do a little top down action. Look at
Okay,
these
yeah.
spoons.
So we
How
already have
cute you are.
We already have the ramen bowl on our rotation, but we just changed it up just a little bit to represent Vietnam and make it just a little bit different. So we used the yakisoba noodles instead of the ramen.
Yeah.
And then we offered shredded chicken or the sliced beef. We got the miners
Here.
actual base in.
Okay, so this was a special, unique
Very-
base that has a flavor. We smelled it. It
It's-
smelled a little different than our
it's-
normal broth.
It's different.
I would love it, but yeah.
Yes, and of course, we had to have the eggs, carrots, edamame. We did some
Look at those.
delicious pickled onions that I found on Healthy Pro under the global button. It's actually a South Carolina recipe.
How cool.
So
March.
That was super fun.
Little kudos
So we, I shredded those, sliced those up on the mandolin when I was slicing the onions up for the
Look how cool that was.
Bluski.
For the hooch.
That looks so
Yes.
cool. So
So-
cool.
Yes, and then, for, usually there's always radish, so we did some beautiful little
Oh,
radishes as well. I did some cabbage because why not? We had cabbage for the other menu, so why not put it on there? Some delicious cilantro, basil, gochujang sauce.
nice. A little spice action. So
Little
you
bit of
can-
spice, kids love
Oh,
that.
how
Some
authentic.
beautiful rainbow peppers, and of course lime is tradition to put a little bit of squeeze on.
Oh my
So
gosh.
we offered the little wedge of lime with the spoon.
I love
So-
it. And then this little spoon you guys just ordered, right? Just for a
Yes,
special
right,
unique
yes.
little touch for all things theme. I love it. Here
Yes.
was your passport. So your passport, they were able to write in what they ate, get their stamp.
Right, every day we gave them a different sticker, we gave some pencils out, yeah, so they're filling it
I
out,
love
I
this.
told them to write where they would love to go during vacation, some pictures.
I love this. So let me, I'm doing a little Vanna over here.
Yes.
So you said something about this that I want to pick out. So she said, I had cabbage, so I wanted to use it,
Mhm.
which I love, because a lot of times people think theme means food waste or not being smart about it. It doesn't have to be.
No,
Because if you are, have any Polish in you,
yes.
holy moly, this smells Holishki, cabbage and
Cabbage
noodles.
and noodles.
Was another place you traveled to. So tell us about that menu.
Right, Monday we went to Poland, and then we stopped by Korea too.
Yes,
We went to Poland, and then Korea, we did the
Adventurous travelers.
the spicy cucumbers, which the kids instantly sold out. They took them instantly, and they were delicious. So we'll definitely make that again. That was super fun.
Wonderful. So an easy side. So you're doing some that could be center of the plate, some could be side, some that could be the produce offering of the day. So it doesn't, one of the other things I love is you can do a complete menu takeover, or you can just do bits and parts of it and then celebrate it anyway.
Right, and just take a menu that you normally have and just twist it a little bit,
I
just
love
rename it.
I love this.
and
For
make it
example,
different.
on Tuesday, they did Irish nachos or
Blarney fries.
Blarney fries. And it was all things that we already have, just a different way of putting it in there, different way of doing it. And bringing in some fresh fruits and vegetables in there. And they brought shortbread cookies in. So simple, but because we went to, where'd you go?
Scotland.
Scotland.
Dessert, yes.
Scotland,
Yes.
Scotland for dessert. So we brought in the shortbread biscuit cookies along with the fresh strawberries. So they were able to hit different countries and all stuff we already have. It's just a matter of naming it a different way and getting the kids excited about it.
Yeah.
It's potatoes instead of a potato bar or a mashed potato. It was the different coins, the potato coins or the wedges. So they really, really liked that.
Talk to me about what you put in this box, because I know my daughter would absolutely adore this. I mean, again, we talk about her being a meatloaf connoisseur, but she absolutely loves
Fruit girl.
weird fruits, like
Yes.
alternative weird fruits. Go ahead,
Yes.
tell me what you put in there.
So we figured since we were going to Vietnam, we needed something a little bit, I guess, tropical or different. So we decided on dragon fruit and star fruit, which is one of my favorite things to work with. And kiwis we have almost every week, which are amazing. The kids love those, but a lot of kids have never ever tried star fruit or dragon fruit,
Yeah,
and they were
no.
eating it before they
I
even.
don't know if we can top down this. Are we top downing? Look at how cool that it is. And I do think, you know, when you have these wonderful theme days, you already build the excitement.
Mhm.
You're in costume, there's lots of fun. You get more kids in the lunch line, and then you get to try some new things.
Absolutely.
Oh, I
Yes,
love this.
yes.
Just amazing. So one of the things I want to highlight, not only did you come up with this theme, you worked with your director, you got this all programmed out. New this year, you are wowing me with your reels, your food photography. What do you do? So if you haven't, if you're an Instagrammer,
Yes.
you have a whole, talk to me. Tell me.
Okay, so, I think the inspiration came from Innovation Academy. So we, most of my team were in the photography, social media class. So they talked about how to set up a different station, how to do different angles, raise, lower, different things for food. So we really loved that. So we had a corner that we decided we're gonna make our photo station. So, and then I decided, well, I really want to share it more. So kind of went with it, even though it's okay, but it.
We have to, sometimes you have, look at, here's some pictures of their social, their little social media. So that's what they do, and it's, you know, there are social medias, you have to kind of make sure you check with your
Yes, you have
district
to
and
be
how
careful and-
everything goes down and everything, but Jess has got a wonderful following. She, I
Yes.
mean, from all over the country, she has people that follow her to see what she's doing. So-
Yeah, California school, so that was awesome. And I also be very mindful of the kids, that I would never repost any of their faces or.
Yeah,
Or
well,
names or anything like that,
I
because I
love
want
that
it
you
to be
were
about the team, but what we're doing for our kids.
yes, yeah. So the steps are learn something new, implement it, and make sure you check all the boxes of compliance. Food photography is one thing, but photography for kids and the special website kind of considerations if you're thinking of social media. But that, I mean, you just run with such cool stuff, and I just can't thank you enough for all that you do. I mean, look at the team that she has. The
This
smiling
is a
with
daily
her.
basis. These, you know,
This wasn't even this week. This is just like writing on bananas and having a fun shirt to be crazy and fun
Oh,
together.
yeah,
I
and
love
the Taylor Swift, that was so fun. The kids were singing at the register, and that was just so fun.
So looking at what's trending and getting
Yes,
kids excited about it.
Exactly.
I'm
yes.
just, I'm blown away always by what you do, and you.
I just can't wait every night to do a reel. It's my, I love, that's how I relax at night.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And it celebrates your team. And I think that's the other piece. You know, we talk about the recipes, we talk about the right foods, we talk about the new and improved foods that we can add. But what we know is we need to build the innovative spirit. And one of the things I think I'm just so hopeful that you all get out of this is not only some really cool recipes that we can help you try. The benefit is more than that. I think you can share that your staff really has a sense of pride in the work they do. They love to come to work. They work together. So many of us struggle with that in schools. And I think this is like for National School Lunch Week, we really want to give you hope that this does do more than just provide
Yes.
cool food.
and I will say too,
Yes.
he deals with middle school kids. Think
Yes.
about that. We all love our middle school kids, but sometimes they're not the most happy children to be around. So she's dealing with middle school kids every day, and these kids still come in. They get to be goofy. They get to, you know, maybe still enjoy a little bit of their young life, you know, before they start looking forward towards high school. So and they all love it. I mean, we just had apple crunch there.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think
we have
that's
more
coming up
excitement.
next,
Yeah.
right?
So I want you guys to stay up here. Don't leave me because this is the caught doing something awesome moment. And again, if you can see Jess up there dressed all up, I love it. One of the things that I remind, not only was it fun having lunch with us, but one of the things you said to the students before they took a crunch really stuck with me. And that is, we are grateful to be in the state of Ohio and have this
Grateful and
wonderful
lucky, yes.
harvest apple to try. And I think that frames the whole vibe in the cafeteria. You've done this 10 years now? More than that?
Could be
Yes,
more.
it-
Could
it
be
could
more
be
than
more,
10.
Yes, it's.
And what we said there was that it really brings the energy and the vibe. You know, the kids weren't crazy. They weren't they were eating the apples, and when they wanted to say no thank you or were full, you did one other thing, which was, I mean, this woman thinks of everything. She had a bucket,
We had buckets, yes, for the cores that we took out into the woods for the deer.
you know, everybody got an
Yes,
apple
the
crunch that
bunches,
day.
yes.
So did our friends in Lorain County and Copley, and many of you keep sharing those wonderful stories. We have been tagged on the Ohio Farm to School Network as a real supporter of this event, and it doesn't have to just be that day. I mean, still, I think offering the harvest item and showing a demonstration is such a fun way. But definitely had a lot of crunchers this year, and we thank you all for that. We're catching other people doing awesome things. I think the next slide, what do we have here, David? This is my announcement. So I can't do a lot of things, but what I can do is give you a gift today. And that is the gift of continuing to learn about all the opportunities in school food service. And so one of the things that we have done historically for our schools is we partner with Lunch Assist. I will put their information in the chat for you to look at. One of the wonderful ways to not only empower the energy for innovation is to really empower your training, right? And so this is such a partnership that Jen McNeil from Lunch Assist and I have collaborated on since COVID. It's like my COVID silver lining. And we really want to offer additional training and resources to all of our schools. So we are so happy to announce the scholarship winners for this year. So if you see your district here listed on these next couple of slides, you are a partner with Masonic Partners that not only works with us and works with our team for your professional development and your menu planning, you now have an additional resource. And so one of the things that I love about this resource is that it is available when you want it, on demand. It tracks your professional development. There are chef lessons as well. So Brigade, our friend from Brigade. So if you're trying to do something new and you're telling somebody, hey, can you cut something? There are quick training videos. Resources also in Spanish and English. So if you have employees that you want to meet them where they're at and empower them with English as not always everyone's first language, I think this is amazing. So this list of our recipients, yeah, right down there, along with all of our other Masonic schools, and we really hope you value this tool as much as we do the partnership, because again, Jen does a lot of what we do in California, and we met through the opportunity to really network and share resources that we feel really work the best for all of you. I think that concludes our show today.
I will add one thing to the Lunch Assist. Last year, Woodridge went through an AR, and it was a great help with me trying to find things through in there, going able to in there and look up his different resources, how maybe other people do something versus how we've been doing it. So it was a great resource. I used it a lot last year.
I love this. I love this. I'm gonna invite my whole team up, as well as our guests that are in studio and Keith to come back up. I really have to say that National School Lunch Week and National Farm to School Week, come on up here, our interns here. We have an intern with us. We do intern mentorship. Everybody come in, from the bottom of our hearts here at Team Masonic and growing teams of nutrition professionals with our intern. We all appreciate you so much for the work you do in schools. We hope you feel like the camaraderie and the family love that goes out to each and every one of you as you celebrate uniquely with your schools in some way this week. Know that you have an army of people that are here interested in supporting you and providing education, peer-to-peer mentorship, and just the support that we all feel here as a partnership with Masonic Partners, because it truly is a partnership. Our motto is wholesome meals fuel healthy lives. We couldn't do it without all of you, boots on the ground, making it happen, from our industry partners to the folks that work the front lines, to the folk that keep the dishes clean. Everyone has an important role, and we just want to honor this week as an opportunity to celebrate that. We thank you for your time today, and we hope you check into some of these resources and let us know how we can help you. You know how to find us. Thank you.